Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the North Carolina Tar Heels and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Well, guys, Coach told me this hostile environment is going to be a big challenge today. This is going to be a huge challenge to get this upset on the road. Not only is this one of the best quality opponents they have faced so far, it is a quality crowd. You can hear from the noise. This crowd is ready to get after it. A very hostile environment. We will see how they handle it, and I will keep you posted how it's going down here on the field. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Defense better dig in for the run. Heavy formation is there. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They're going to ride this running back. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Guys, let's take just a second and talk about Ole Miss. They had some holes to fill on the roster. They've gone into the portal. They brought in a pretty decent haul. How good do you think this staff feels right now addressing those areas of need, David?
Well, I think you feel really good about bringing in quality depth, experience depth, but now the trick is to merge it with your other guys and everybody get on the same page, and moving in the same direction.
The coaching staff is so excited, too. They feel like if they can stay healthy, they can take an extra step versus where they were a year ago because of these new bodies they found through the portal.
The offense lining up for a first down play. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. hands it off. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Wants to throw. It's O'Neal. Caught over the middle. It's York. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll try the run. There's a crease. He'll be stopped after picking up 5. And boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Bounced off his feet.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
Unloads it left. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? To the air. It's O'Neal. He's got the tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And this offense early, man, just clicking on all cylinders, right? Like, great job putting play after play together. Play that works with the next one, that works with the next one. And it's been a clinic on this drive so far.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the 2nd quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play thrown.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. He's got it on the run. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. This quarterback part of their running game. Absolutely nowhere to go as they stop him behind the line on 4th down.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial pressure. Got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
Well, you came into this one thinking it might be a defensive struggle. And how about this unit? How aggressive have they been early in the game? They're just getting after their opponent, and they come away scoring the first points of the game here in the second quarter with a safety.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Looking to throw, it's O'Neal. Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. Defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Looking for space, it's Coleman. Maybe a crease. Made a defender miss. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Rebels will hustle to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Oh, the big fella's gathering steam. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points, but they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
The defense blows up the ISO play by getting penetration right up the middle, and that forces the negative play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Odom. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Johnson. There he goes. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Knight. Quickly complete. At the 45, on his way. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He spins that thing down the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Makes the grab, it's shipped. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, one of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's O'Neal. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Looking down the middle. Finds his man. It's Warren. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Timeout now called by the Tar Heels. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right on the money. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. North Carolina will call it 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Tar Heels trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through 1 tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, North Carolina!
Man, What great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Not sure that's going to matter except to his statistics as we are seconds away from halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Oregon, taking on the number 10 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
And it's the Ducks, locked up in a tight one in this matchup of top 10 teams. We haven't even hit the half here today, and it's already shaping up to be an instant classic. Let's now take a look at top 25 action.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got a
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
In the second half, trailing the way they are, they know they're going to have to be able to throw the football to get back into it, but you can't accomplish that if you can't keep your quarterback standing upright. Give the defense tons of credit getting that sack on third down.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cook. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's 2nd and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back, stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hand. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
The throw to the outside is complete. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Looking downfield, it's O'Neal. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Point lead, going for 2 here. If they get it, it'll be a 3-possession game. Looking to throw. Rushes on him. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Here comes the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Back to pass, it's Knight. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab deep. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant.
And that's perfect for this offense. Backed up towards your own end zone. Make a play to create space. Get some momentum going on this drive. Just what the offense needed to start this thing.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him, let somebody else beat me. Not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Fires to the right. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Scanning the field, it's O'Neal. Finds his back in the middle. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle. It's York. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Trying to impose their will with the run. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on third down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on first, had a nice carry, got it on second. Now you set him up in third and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
And the Tar Heels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 13.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Pulls it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And the extra point is good. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Knight. It's complete to the left. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. New set of downs after the completion.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. That's their freshman quarterback who was injured on the play. As they attend to him, Holly will keep an eye on things for us. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Quarterback may change this route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field of play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to it. Maybe some room here. Inside the... And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Play is stopped as they tend to an injured Ole Miss Rebel. There's never a good time for it, but man, do you hate to see it in the first game of the season. Rebels offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Knight. Under fire. Hauls it in. Snags it, and he's open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Under fire. Hit as he throws. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of it.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him, and just right there.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation.
Wide 29! Wide 29!
On fourth down, going to the air. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Pulls it in. It's Odom. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And back to the air on second down. Fires to the tight end. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Makes the catch. It's Odom. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Now they'll run it to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm